The gentle parenting that you see on TikTok where the kid will punch you in the face, you'd be like, I understand that you're upset right now, but you got me punching. That's basically what you were doing. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Jessiara. This video has been so long awaited. And for those of you who's clicking on the video, I know you just want to get straight to the questions. Don't worry. If there's a specific question or like topic you want to skip to, I will leave them down below in the description and pinned in the comments. But today I brought my beloved partner, Corey, on my channel because we have been receiving so many questions just about like us and parenting, becoming parents to two, newborn life, relationship, money, finances. Corey himself, you've been receiving so many like solo questions, but so many of you just want to see us again. We have done a couple videos in the past.
Yeah, let's delete them.
That very embarrassing to say the least, yeah. But we were kids. I say that it was like 2 years ago. No. We're still kids. We're gonna get into the basics, like how we met, who we are, everything like that for those of you that are new, because there are so many new subscribers. So hey, if you're new, first of all, let's address the comments. No, Corey is not Mr. Beast. Corey has no relation to Mr. Beast. He's not related to him in any way, shape or form. I don't know, actually, distant relative maybe.
Yeah, we'll get a blood test.
But send it over to not Mr. Beast. The comments have been hilarious. Reading them, like every time one of you have commented something related to that, we just bust out laughing because it's hilarious. But yeah, thank you for all the new subscribers. Hello, welcome to the channel. My name's Jessiara Marriott.
My name is Corey Burrows.
Corey Burrows, and welcome. I was gonna say welcome to our channel.
Our channel, family channel.
Scary. Welcome to my channel. So yeah, let's get into the questions. I'm sweating and I'm hot. Let's get into the questions, shall we? A lot of people are new. If you haven't been here before, you may be like, who are you lot? There's so many new subscribers who just don't know who we are. So my name's Jessiara Marriott. I'm 22. Ew, I haven't said that. My birthday was like last week. I'm 22, I'm originally from London, born in Hackney and self-employed. I am a full-time content creator and mum, and I went to university briefly before I had Corey's child.
I'm Corey Burrows. I'm 23. It's horrible. Don't even laugh. I studied mechanical engineering at the University of Manchester.
Oh, this is tough. Sorry.
For 4 years of my life. And then we have a 3-year-old.
Oh yeah, I didn't even mention the child.
No, 3. She's nearly 3. So 3.
Yeah.
2-year-old sat on the chair, watching a bit of Pepper while we record. Yeah. So lovely. Yeah.
So then how did we meet?
So we met in a coffee shop. Is what you would like to say.
We met in September 2019.
And it was
September 2019.
20th of September?
Something like that.
Yeah, I think it's 20th.
20th of September.
She was on like a 6-day bender. Come on this.
No, because, right. So you guys can go back and watch my uni videos. I documented my uni time because I just want to document it for the memories. I moved to my dorm 2 weeks earlier than I needed to. I wanted to explore the city, get to know the city, get to know my friends that I was gonna meet in my course, and just get to know some people because it's a new city for me. I've never lived anywhere other than London. So I wanted to move earlier and just get to know the city a bit. Yeah, so I moved 2 weeks earlier than I needed to, and I moved into my dorm, and I basically just partied and drank lots. And then yeah, one of the nights, this was, okay, I always say this, and I said this in our last videos, specifically this night, because I had so much bad experiences with men. Men were just very horrible to me and friends that I went out with. So this particular night, I was like, don't want to talk to any men. If anyone comes to approach me, do not talk to them. Don't give them my name. Don't give them anything. Just want to have a girls' night, essentially. A girls' night with Mohammed.
Yeah, no.
One of my friends, no, because we all split up. I made a big group of friends. If you're watching, hey, I made a big group of friends. We all split up because some of them wanted to go to one place, we wanted to go to another place. And then, yeah, so it was like 4 girls and then Mohammed. Big, tall Mohammed. He was like our security guard, and I told him the situation. I was like, if anyone tries to come speak to me, shoo them away. And we were dancing, and then from like a couple feet away, my back was turned. My friend he was like, oh Jess, there's a guy who's checking you out. I was like, oh. I was like, okay.
You sound creepy.
I know, and I was like, okay. And then I was like, oh, is he cute? Like, imagine like we're just dancing, my back's turned to him, I'm like asking her questions. She's like, yeah, he's cute, yeah, he's got his friends are there, like da-da-da. And then what happened? I think, did I dance back into you?
Yeah, I think you backed up.
I backed up. That's so embarrassing. I remember doing that.
We met like kind of halfway.
Yeah, I think we both kind of slowly went into the middle. I just remember like dancing lots and like slowly moving backwards. And then, yeah, we just danced the whole night, danced the night away. And we went up after that for like coffee and lunch and food. And we went on dates. And then we were together after that, I think.
Yeah, you came up to me awkwardly. So what are we doing? No,
yeah,
you messaged me.
I messaged you.
Oh, a guy's talking to me. What should I say? Like, what are we? Or something like that. I can't remember what it was. I thought it was pretty obvious what it was. And then she comes over.
That's such a guy thing to say. It's such a guy thing to say.
Like,
I need to know.
I get it in hindsight, but at the same time, it's like.
It was kind of like.
I don't have to get on money.
No, I knew we were together, but I wanted like. Sure. I knew we were together, but I wanted like, we didn't actually like confirm like, you are my girlfriend, you are my boyfriend. And then this guy was talking to me, he was like trying to get to know me, and I was like, I don't know what clicked in my mind. I was like.
So she messaged me saying.
I was like, do I have boyfriends?
What are we?
Yeah.
The guy's asking.
That was hilarious.
So why don't you ask?
That was hilarious.
Why's the guy asking?
Hilarious. I remember that. But yeah, and yeah, we were together up until, well, not up until, we're still together. But
alright, this is it then.
And then lockdown happened, March 2020. I remember this because that was like when everything like went crazy. And we were gonna book a holiday to go to Italy. Literally, I remember
Paris was extremely cheap.
I remember just sat in my dorm on my laptop, ready to book tickets, ready to do everything. And then I got a text and an email like, oh, classes are done, submit your final work, you can go home. And I was like, what? And then I saw all over the news, and then my family was messaging me like, oh, you're gonna come home? And it was crazy. So I literally packed up as fast as I could.
Got on a coach
because if I didn't go home when I did, I would have been stuck in Manchester for months. For months. That would have been terrifying. Well, 12 weeks passed. And then I found out I was pregnant.
4 months, say it in weeks, yeah, say it in days.
Because I understand when some women was like, I didn't know I was pregnant for like 6 months or whatever.
Oh, like you got the whole pregnancy and give birth.
I understand, I can understand, because I had basically zero symptoms. I wasn't showing. I just felt symptoms. I just felt like I felt a bit sick, a bit nauseous, but I just thought like either I had COVID or I was just under the weather or my period was going to come. You look so small. We have had to switch, just like, you know, if the quality's decreased, my camera died, we're on my phone, okay? So, what was I saying? I need to speed this up. What was I talking about? Yeah, came home, pregnant, didn't know I was pregnant for 12 weeks until my friend was pregnant at the time, and I sent her a video of the dark line that's on your belly when you get, that you get when you're pregnant, the linea nigra,
yeah,
something like that. And that's how I knew I was pregnant. And then the next morning, I took a pregnancy test, was like, oh my God, I'm pregnant. And then here we are today with a nearly 3-year-old and pregnant with baby number 2. Yeah. So that's how we met.
How do you balance being parents and in relationships? Like it's a lot one-sided. We don't really balance as much per se, or focus on child and then whatever time we have after, which isn't really a good way to go about it.
I think we're navigating it because
we're still navigating.
Yeah, I think before it was easier because she was smaller, she was younger, she didn't. Yes, she was very demanding because, you know, we're raising a child, we need to teach her things, we need to play with her, etc., etc. But I think it was easier then to like, I don't know, give her to a family member or like, I don't know, set some time aside. Now,
she's very specific.
She's such a particular child. I know every parent will say this about their child. She's a very particular child. And she's at the age where like she's nearly 3. She's very intelligent. She needs to be entertained and doing something, challenge her little brain constantly. So we don't have time for, it's not we don't have time for each other, we do. It's just hard. It's hard to make that time, but then we love like spending time as a family. We love
going out,
our little bubble.
Cafe dates with the family.
Yeah, so we're a little family of 3. We're learning, we're navigating, but balancing it, I don't know. I think it's just I mean, I said this before, it's more the communication thing.
Yeah.
If there's an issue within our family, like parenting, if we have an issue or with how we do something or how we say something to Amara, we will communicate that with each other, or like even just with us as individuals, we'll communicate that with each other. And it's been hard over the years, I'm not gonna lie, it's been hard.
There was a period where you used to,
I never,
like hormones or whatever, we used to get like really worked up whenever like I jokes around with you.
Yes, I remember that.
Yeah.
I remember
like
that.
That moment I was like, but I had to stop for a long time. Now I can call you body and all sorts.
Well, no, you can't. No, before, like, we never used to communicate, or it would be very one-sided. Either I would do the communicating, you wouldn't, or you would, and I would not say nothing. Yeah. But you really have to like face things, especially if you're in a long-term relationship with kids. If you're just without kids. Even without kids, I feel like it's not as, I don't want to say it's easier.
There's not as much on the line.
Yeah.
With a kid, you can't just be like, this.
Bye. Like, even with parenting,
like, if you don't work together, then that's
I think that's another question. Even with like parenting styles, we'll talk about that.
Yeah.
Even with parenting styles, like if he does something or says something in a way that I don't particularly like or agree with, sometimes I won't say something. It depends on the situation, depends how extreme it is, and vice versa.
Like both times, like we'll go get worked up ourselves and then have to step out. Like we say something don't want me, and then we step out and be like, yeah, I don't know why I said that.
Yeah, because we don't let things.
It's like a step up.
If we let things continue, it will just explode, and we can't do that with our child there, because children are a sponge. They will soak up everything. And the one thing I said to myself, like years ago, before I even wanted to become a mother, was like, oh, when I do have kids, like I do not want them to be a reflection of not how I was parented, because that makes it sound like I wasn't parented good, but like the parenting style that I was used to, I didn't want to reflect that. And I always wanted to have that relationship with my kids where they can come to you with whatever, but you still had that boundary. And I think that's the hardest thing.
Yeah, it's trying to.
And now I commend parents, because like I understand why you're trying to be the parent, teach them things, tell them why they should do this, why they shouldn't, but then also be a friend.
The balance of being authoritative and then being
it's very hard. It's so hard. It's so hard. But yeah, we're working on it. We're working on it.
Yeah, and I'm just gonna get harder throughout the
throwing a baby in the mix. That's gonna be absolutely hilarious.
Describe each other as parents.
What is it?
Describe each other as parents.
Describe each other as parents. Corey is the type of parent. I won't say dad. Parent. Corey is the type of parent that's very playful. He's very good at keeping a child entertained and educating them at the same time. I won't say Amara in particular, because I've seen instances with you just with kids in general. You're very naturally inclined to playing and educating with children that are a young age, and you're very good at it, and it's something that I'm learning to do, because I think I'm the complete opposite. You're very patient. You're a very patient parent. Sometimes. I think the older she gets, the harder it is. Yeah. But you're normally very patient out of the two of us. You are a fun parent. You're a fun parent.
You are. I know, she sees you as like her role model. I think like whenever you're doing something with your hair or this or that, she shouldn't really copy me like that.
I've noticed that.
She's always watching you and trying to like imitate.
It's because I teach her things along the way.
That's what I mean, like she sees you as like parent, I think. Like I think she just like looks up to you.
I don't know if that's just because I'm mum though. I don't know if that's just a thing.
The way you go about like music and like different like, culture and whatnot, like.
But that's because I've always that's just I'm really forcing that, because I really want her to have a fun childhood. Even like I was saying to Corey, like I feel very bad because we don't do all the traditions that you do, because you know, like Easter egg hunting and painting the Easter egg, and
we are doing
Halloween, we're doing that. But like I've really put so much pressure on myself to have those core memories with her. So like my music, she listens to my music 90% of the time, and I know a lot of people won't agree with that. She doesn't listen to like the bad music, don't worry. But like bands, for example, when I was a teenager, I don't like saying when I was a teenager, that sounds so sad. But when I was a teenager, I went to so many concerts, so many gigs, and I loved that point of my life. And now I'm like sharing that with my daughter, and she loves the music that I listen to. And it's like the best thing to see her like dancing and singing to songs that I liked when I was younger. It's like, it's the weirdest thing.
Like when you're playing music and she's in the room, just sing it to herself.
Yeah. Like doing her hair, I teach her about loving her hair, because sometimes, I don't know, she's at the point where she's like making comments, or she said, I don't like my hair, or I don't like this. And I'm like, no, Mara, you have to love yourself how you are. And I'm learning these things along the way. Like sometimes I don't know how to word things with her, because I really preach to her that she has to love herself in her body, love herself who she is. Like whenever, what do we say? Like, I am a Mara. Like, who are you? You are a Mara. That's what we do. Remember we did that when she was younger. What did we say?
So I'm strong.
I am strong, I am brave, I am beautiful, I am a Mara. We used to do that all the time, I remember. And she's a very confident girl. She walks around with her head held high. No one can tell her anything, and I love that. Yeah, I'm learning to be more patient as a parent. I guess let's just answer the parenting style. What is our parenting style, and is how different are we to each other? Because I know a lot of people ask that. Someone was like, oh, because I'm Caribbean, and the way I was raised was different to you. So how am I implicating that with Amara? I don't know. Let's talk about you first. How do you think you parent, and how do you want to parent our kids in the future?
I suppose I'd like to actually sit down with her and do more arts and crafts stuff and creative stuff. But yeah, she doesn't really like drawing anymore, does she? She's like falling out of drawing. And
she's more a...
you used to see her, she would scribble for days. Yeah. I put a big piece of paper on the wall. She was there for about the whole day, just scribbling on it and just doing all sorts.
Now I think now she's more calculating. Like she is very, like she's a problem solver. Like with puzzles, if you see this child do a bloody puzzle, oh my gosh, like she will...
I think it's because I gas her up so much.
Yes, you do. She has 1,000,001 puzzles, and I didn't think she'd get into it until like now. Yeah. She would be sat in her playroom, and because she's done it so many times, I think she now knows the gist of the puzzle. But she would just do the puzzle, and then you go into the playroom, she'd be like, Mommy, Daddy, I did the puzzle. And I remember the first time she done that, and I saw it, and I was like...
But she always looks so proud of herself. So
and then she's just there grinning, like smiling to herself.
I've got to go through it.
Corey's definitely the... Oh, I don't want to do like the whole good parent, bad parent, but you're way more relaxed, you're way more chill.
When I need to be.
When you need to be, yeah, definitely. Corey plays with Amara. He's like out of the parent, like 90% of the time. He's 90%. 99% of the time, Corey plays with Amara. And you're the one to teach her more things. I've noticed like she learns a lot of the things from you.
Well, like she's like, oh, what's this? I'm like, I don't know. Let's find out. Like I like her inquisitive nature.
Yeah.
I mean that's in my nature though, because as an engineer, I like to think and about how does that work? Why does it work like that?
Yes.
How to disassemble
you do. You're like that on a daily basis with the most random of things, but it's not. I'm not gonna. That's just how you are. I don't want to say I don't parent Amara, but I just mean in terms of like Corey plays with her and does like the reading books, puzzles and coloring and building blocks like that. I feel like I only step in when she's doing something bad, or when like I'm getting her dressed, I'm doing her hair, and I'm talking to her about just like life things.
When you're that person, you're doing all sorts of that.
Yeah.
You're cooking, you're doing this.
I think it's more related to me and how I am. And my brain, I've always said this for the long time. My brain's so active. Like I remember when my symptoms first started. If you don't know, I have possibly something called FND. I have seizures and I faint, etc., etc. But I remember when they done my, was it a CT scan or an EEG? They were like, your brain activity is like, it's off the charts. It's crazy. Even when I was sleeping, because they told me I was going to be there for a while, you might as well sleep. I was like, okay. Even when I was sleeping, my brain was doing stuff. And I've said that from a young age, my brain's just always been on the go. I've always been very creative, very like, the dreams that I have when I was younger was, you could make a film out of it. I think when I don't try and put down Tamara, but I really want to push her like creativity. Even if she's not creative, even if she turns out like Corey, like engineering, very strategic, I still want her to have that side. Because it's really important for kids to have. And I think I just try and teach her stuff that she can...
What's important to you?
Yeah, that she can build on as she gets older. And I'm the more, I don't want to say I'm strict. I'm not strict. I think I'm pretty chill. But in terms of like disciplining her. Like it's the way I speak to her, I think, compared to the way you speak to her. The way I speak to her is very like teachery, I guess. I don't know. Like I'm very stern with her. She's not listening. Like for example, upstairs, I think I was trying to film, we were trying to clean, and I was like, Mara, are you going to your playroom or go to your bedroom, let mummy and daddy clean? She was like, no, mummy. And I was like, okay. So I waited a couple minutes to see if she would listen. I said, Mara, I've asked you once, because I'm trying not to like be so, because I think before I used to be like, Mara,
When she ignores you, then it gets you both.
And then I get very frustrated, yeah. So now I'm proud of myself. I think I'm really learning to just be like, okay, give her a minute. See if she does it. She doesn't do it, cool. And then after a while, she left, and then she came back when I was about to come downstairs to film. And I was like, Mara, can I speak to you for 1 second? And she was like, yes, mummy. And she came to me. And I love now when she knows I'm being serious, or when I really want to speak to her, she will come closer to me and like lock eye contact to me. I was like, baby, you know, mummy and daddy loves you. Like, we love you so much. You're such a big girl. We're so proud of you. She was like, yes, mummy. I was like, but you really need to start using these beautiful things that I gave birth to. You really need to start using these. She was, yes, mummy. And I was like, can you use your beautiful listeners, please? She said, yes, mummy. And I was like, okay, I'm very proud of you. Did you know that? Yes, mummy. So it's like, it's a mix. I'm trying to do a mix of like teaching her.
Well, obviously, if you go straight into just, Mara, I told you once.
Because that's what I used to do, was very much like,
it's just like,
I told you to do this, I told you to do this, you didn't listen, you didn't do this, and I never said anything positive. It was all the negatives. And I've noticed that she did not, it just glossed over her.
Yeah.
So now I'm really trying to do the mix, and I'm proud of myself. I've gotten better. I've gotten much better. But yeah, parenting styles are very different, but very similar at the same time. If we had two very completely different parenting styles, I don't think I could be with you. I could not be.
I mean, at the start, that's what we had a few arguments with. Is just how different we were in terms of reactions. Because you said you didn't want to be like the authoritative parent.
Yeah, because I felt like I was. You were very relaxed with her. Like even when she was having tantrums, but at that age the tantrums were I understand the tantrums were definitely acceptable, I guess. Because at that age you just have so many emotions, you don't know how to control them, you can't communicate. And I was very much like,
always about trying to like solve it, get it out of the way as quick as possible.
You were very gentle with her, like.
I'd let her cry. If she wanted to go, I'd hold her.
Yeah, no, of course,
if she wanted to be held, I'd hold her.
It was like you would do the gentle parenting to the extreme.
I try and comfort her in but at the same time, you can't comfort her all the time. Like, sometimes that's just what she needs. Is that,
you did that a lot though in the beginning.
Yeah. In
the beginning, you really did. The gentle parenting that you see on TikTok, where the kid will punch you in the face, you'd be like, I understand that you're upset right now, but you got me watching. That's basically what you were doing.
No, I never let her hit me. Yeah, when she hit you though, you are.
Oh no, I'm laughing because
I remember you once getting hit, and you came out and you were storming.
Oh, don't.
This little rat hit me.
She used to hit me all the time, like beat me up, as in like she'd be mad and she'd be like, boom, and I wouldn't react. I never hit her. I never hit her back. I remember when she was a bit older, like 1 turning to 2, and she would beat me up. I'd have to leave the room, go to Corey, and be like, Corey, can you deal with the child, please? Can you deal with the child, please?
And now what it is this child just steps on me. She uses me as a climbing frame. Will you live in Manchester permanently?
Living in Manchester permanently? Possibly. I already spoke about it, but would not go back to London. I think the reason why we left London is because I really need to leave London. Like, London was draining me mentally, phically, emotionally.
The housing for, I'd say 90% of the population, 95% of the population is horrendous. Looking at one bed sharing accommodation, if you're actually working there on a regular wage, you're looking at a 1 bed or like tiny studio, or sharing a place with 6 other people.
It's ridiculous.
Which is still about 800.
I can slightly understand why the prices are the way that they are, but it was just not realistic for us. Yeah. Our goal is to have a beautiful family home.
Yeah, in terms of having the garden and the space.
We needed a garden, because my goal in the end is to have a beautiful house facing what? Nothing.
Do you want a baby boy or a baby girl?
A lot of people ask me this, and a lot of people in the
I want both.
In the YouTube short that blew up was like, they're very upset with everything. Like,
you both want a boy.
You need to be happy with whatever you get.
Like, we're not saying this.
It was first of all, it was an old wives' tale. Yeah. No, it is not accurate. We were happy with a healthy child, boy or girl, doesn't matter. I'm like 98% sure it's a boy. But if we have a girl, guess what? I'm going to be over the moon because I'm going to be a girl mum, and having girls are amazing, and having a healthy child is a blessing, regardless.
That's like the idea of having just because of like the challenges or like the differences.
Yeah, the differences.
With that. But
then if we have a girl, it's amazing.
I love it.
I can see him being a girl dad. So if we do have a girl, I'm not going to be surprised at all in the slightest. But if we have a boy, I'll be
3-1.
I'll be over the moon if we have a boy as well, because if we had a boy, again, could be completely different.
Is this your last baby?
Yes.
We'll see.
Next question. Pregnancy is fun.
Yeah, I obviously have no.
Pregnancy is fun.
Yeah. How do you manage your finances together?
That's a big question. Managing finances as a couple, I think you have to, well, my thing has always been like, whenever I was to get in a serious relationship, have kids, marriage, I would always have my own income. And I think that's super important for either side of the party. Have your own income streams. And that's not like to think of the worst, but it's just like have your own income stream.
You've got no income stream, suddenly out of the blue.
Yeah.
That's like, oh, I'm taking the house, I'm doing this.
Well, like just something happens. Anything can happen. Yeah. You have to have your own income stream, and you have to think of yourself. Managing it together, it depends on your circumstances. We live together, we have a child together, we want to buy a house together. Yeah. Therefore, you need to learn to split things evenly, depends on who's making more money, or if you even still want to do it like 50-50. You just have to know who's paying for what, where it's going each month, and what the extra expenses can be used for,
especially
or put aside for.
In terms of if you wanted to buy a house, to buy this, that.
You need to both know what you're putting to the table, what both of you's putting to the table. If, again, circumstantial, if he's working, you're not working, you still need to have a discussion of like what's going on. If you're both working, or if one person's earning more, you need to have the discussion. Actually, I will link below Patricia Bright's video that she made with her husband. I watched the whole thing, it was amazing. We used to watch it together. It's very, very good. Mike, the man, he's very much like you. Like, they're very planned. Like, they have a plan for everything. If you want to watch that, I'll leave it down below. Very, very good episode.
Like in terms of the income tower.
Yeah, and they both have their own businesses. They're both earning amazing amounts of money. But yeah, the main thing is communication, I think. If you don't communicate about finances and you're together and you have like expenses together and children together, what's going on? It's the same thing like if you're wanting to get to that place with your partner. Obviously, if you're just boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever, you don't need to have those conversations unless that's where you guys are going to. If that's not where you're going to, then it's not needed. And we discuss that every month. We go through the bills together, and it's not fun. I don't enjoy it. I think I'm definitely going to transfer the full role to you.
Corey, what's your career goals? What's your dream job?
Ah, yes.
Career goals. I would say to be a senior engineer in I wouldn't say highly regarded company, but a company where I feel like I'm doing a lot for. I don't really want to be managing like teams and no, I do.
You'd be a good project manager.
So senior role where I'm doing a lot more.
We'll hold you to that.
Stay-at-home mum, would you become one?
Not right now. Would I become one? I guess I am kind of. I guess I am in a way, because I work from home. Like, I'm self-employed. I manage my own hours. I manage my own work. Amara / the baby would be at home with me. Amara is gonna, like I said, I'm saying this and this will happen. As soon as like I get to a certain point in pregnancy, Amara will be going to nursery full time, and in the new place when we do move eventually, she will be going to nursery full time, because I cannot fathom. I mean, some women, some men do it, and I absolutely commend you if you do. I don't know how anyone has any more than 2 kids and you stay at home with them and you have to manage all of them, especially if they're different ages.
I guess after a point that you kind of understand.
You kind of just get used to it as well. You kind of get into that routine. But me, how I am, my career, first of all, is very important to me. I've always, not even in terms of like getting to a certain point, it's more of a thing, like I said before, about my brain and letting my brain explore that creativity. Like, I always have to be doing something. It doesn't matter if it's a massive project, I have to be creating and doing something. And I'm not doing that to the extent that I used to, obviously, because I'm pregnant, my condition, I have a child. But I would love to be a stay-at-home mom. I'd be more than happy with that, honestly, as well as long as I'm still doing what I love to do. And luckily, I'm very thankful that my job can require me, like I can live anywhere in the world and still do what I do. And I'm very, very blessed. He's laughing to herself. I'm very, very blessed that that's the case. So yeah, sure, I'd be a stay-at-home mum, but I still have my career and do what I do now, or probably something different, you know. Last question.
What are you excited about for baby number 2, becoming a family of 4?
I'm excited to see what they're like, mostly, and I'm excited to see Amara's relationship with them. Like, yeah,
I just want to see them.
I just want to see how, like, first I want to see like the whole, like whenever I watch those TikToks of like the older sibling, I sob. Even yesterday I was sobbing watching those videos, because like all the interactions I've seen have been sweet, and I'm sure that's not always like that because toddlers will be toddlers. It
You're
depends.
Not going to upload on the internet of your baby.
Exactly. No. And it depends on their age. Like, if, for example, if Amara was to come into the hospital and see the baby and start screaming her head off, me like, no,
baby.
I'm not uploading that to the internet. I'll just deal with the situation in the moment. But I'm just excited to see how they bond and what Amara teaches them. Yeah. Because she's at the age where
very much saying like, oh, baby, do this. Oh, baby, sit here.
Yeah, she's started to be like, the baby's gonna sit over here. Here's the baby. What the baby's
gonna play football.
Baby's gonna play football with me. Baby's gonna play with this toy, and I love it because it shows that she understands that there's actually a baby that's on the way. I don't know how soon. She doesn't grasp
the concept of it being
when
a potato.
But she does. I think she's very excited, and I'm just excited to see their relationship together, boy or girl, regardless. I'm excited to see their relationship and how she's going to be as an older sibling. I think she's going to be an amazing older sibling, even though yes, she's going to be 3 and she will be probably a bit jealous, but we will figure that out and how to navigate around it.
Rather than being 4, 5, 6.
Yeah.
And then just suddenly there's a baby there.
Yeah.
Because then the jealousy is going to be like a lot more in terms of what.
And 3-year age gap, that's me and my sisters. Yeah, that's me and my sisters. I don't know, I'm excited to do all the family things because like realistically I was saying to Corey, like this was not my vision, I'm sure it wasn't your vision either, of where we would be at our ages. Like
I think we had a discussion about it, or where we're going to be when we're...
We did. I told you I was going to be living abroad or like in Paris or something, being a fashion stylist. Very much think everything happens for a reason. You just go with things how, when they're presented to you, take it. Obviously if it's bad, fix it. But like everything's a blessing, kids are a blessing, and everything that we've experienced over the last 3 years has been amazing, and I think it's happened for a reason. And 4 years. And I'm excited to see what another child adds to the mix. Yeah. I'm nervous. I'm just so cute. Hey, is that all I feel like there was so much more questions, but we can always do a part 2. And I feel like, was there anything else? There's nothing else I wanted to say. Thanks for joining me.
Of course.
It's very strange to be on the internet with a partner, and I don't put Corey everywhere. First of all, actually, let me say that. A lot of people know, because a lot of people's like, why don't you and Corey do more coupley things together and this and this? This is my channel. This is my platform. This is my job.
I built this.
No, this is my job. And I very much like, I think before, it was fun to like put you in things, like when I was pregnant, it was entertaining, whatever. I want Corey to have his privacy, even though he's more than happy to do whatever videos I may present to him, but it's more than like, I want you to have your privacy. I want you like in your career to have your privacy. I don't want you to be all over everywhere like I am. If you Google my name, my whole life is out there, and I'm fine with that because that's what I signed up for, and I'm not bothered. But yeah, and I also like having a private life. Like even with this pregnancy, I'm not doing all the stuff I used to do, and that's mostly because I'm enjoying it and I'm soaking it all up without like, you guys, this is what I'm doing today, this is what I'm doing today, this is how many weeks I am, this is when I'm due. That's why I'm keeping all of that to myself while still like obviously taking you guys along the journey, because some of you have been here for years. But other than that, that's all I have to say. Thanks so much for watching. If you guys have any more questions, leave them down below in the comments. If you want us to do a part 2, we will do a part 2. And that's all. He's not Mr. Beast. That's what I keep saying, he's not Mr. Beast. But yeah, I love you guys so much, and don't forget to watch my other videos. They will be down below and on the screen now. If you're new, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.